At least 12 people are killed in a rocket strike in the Golan Heights. Israel says Hezbollah is responsible. Warships from Russia's Baltic Fleet dock in Havana, the second such visit to Cuba in less than 2 months.
Australia are leading the medal table of Paris 2024 after winning 3 gold medals on Saturday. China follows second with 2 gold medals and are aiming for a clean sweep in diving. Hosts France did well too by winning the Rugby Sevens gold to break Fiji's 8-year leadership. Meanwhile, FIFA suspended the head coach of Canada's women's football team for a year. Members of the Canadian staff were caught sending drones to spy a training session of New Zealand ahead of their clash last Wednesday. Canada also received a 6-point deduction.
At least 12 people, including children, have been killed in a rocket attack that hit a football field in the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights. The strike, the deadliest on an Israeli target since the war in Gaza started, has raised fears of a broader escalation in the region. Hezbollah said it struck a military base in the Golan Heights in retaliation for Israeli attacks on a village in Lebanon, but denied it was behind the strike on the football pitch. But the Israeli military said that according to intelligence it has, the rocket launch was carried out by the Hezbollah terrorist organization. Meanwhile, officials from the US, Egypt, Qatar and Israel are scheduled to meet in Italy on Sunday to discuss ongoing Gaza ceasefire negotiations. US officials said on Friday that Israel and Hamas agree on the basic framework of the 3-phase ceasefire deal pitched by US President Joe Biden. But those talks on Sunday may be complicated by an Israeli strike in Gaza on Saturday that killed at least 30 Palestinians sheltering in a girls' school in Deir al-Balah. Three warships from Russia's Baltic Fleet have docked in the capital Havana, the second such visit to Cuba in less than 2 months. Cuba's Ministry of the Armed Forces reported the arrival of the ships as a historical practice, but gave no details about their purpose there. This visit comes after 3 different ships, including a nuclear-powered submarine, docked in Havana in mid-June to take part in military drills. They're expected to remain in dock in Havana until August the 30th.
Over 20 people were hospitalized with symptoms of chlorine poisoning after a swimming pool in Poland had up to 10 times the normal amount. Rescue services were alerted to chlorine poisoning at a swimming pool in Warsaw. During an examination, they discovered that the level of chlorine in the water had significantly exceeded the norm. At the bottom of the pool, it was 10 times higher than typical. 3 swimming pool employees were detained by police after the incident due to their direct connection with the pool's infrastructure. Climate activists belonging to the Last Generation organization launched a protest at Vienna Airport. Demonstrators held posters and played music in the departure hall, campaigning for governments to phase out coal, oil and gas by 2030. Some activists even glued themselves to pathways at the arrival hall, but police were prepared and no delay for passengers occurred. Police had been on full alert following a similar interruption by climate activists at an airport in Germany only days earlier.
Thousands of people have protested in Istanbul against proposed legislation that critics fear will lead to the mass killing of stray dogs. The draft bill aims to regulate the country's 4 million strays and make streets safer. But animal rights activists are concerned many animals could be put down or end up neglected in overcrowded shelters. The Turkish government denies the bill would lead to a widespread culling and says anyone killing strays for no reason would be punished.